American Airlines, incorporated as a major U.S. airline headquartered in Fort Worth, Texas. It operates an extensive international and domestic network, with scheduled flights throughout North America, the Caribbean, South America, Europe, and Asia. Its route network centers around 5 cornerstone hubs in Dallas-Fort Worth, New York, Los Angeles, Miami, and Chicago. Its primary maintenance base is located at Tulsa International Airport. American Airlines is part of the Oneworld Airline Alliance, and coordinates fares, services, and scheduling with British Airways, Finnair, and Iberia in the transatlantic market and with Japan Airlines and Qantas in the transpacific market. Envoy Air, SkyWest, Incorporated, SkyWest Airlines, and ExpressJet Airlines operate regional flights for American Airlines under the American Eagle brand. The former parent company of American Airlines, AMR Corporation, filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy protection in November 2011, and in February 2013 announced plans to merge with U.S. Airways Group, creating the largest airline in the world. AMR and U.S. Airways Group completed the merger on December 9, 2013, with the new holding company American Airlines Group, Incorporated being listed on NASDAQ that day, although the actual integration of the airlines under a single air operator's certificate will not be completed until a much later date. The combined airline will carry the American Airlines name and branding, and will maintain the existing U.S. Airways hubs in Charlotte, Philadelphia, Phoenix, and Washington, D.C. for a period of at least 5 years under the terms of a settlement with the U.S. Department of Justice and several state attorneys general. History, predecessors. American Airlines has merged with several carriers since its formation in 1930, these have included Trans-Caribbean Airways in 1971, Air California in 1987, Trans World Airlines London Heathrow Airport routes in 1990, Reno Air in 1999, Trans World Airlines itself in 2001. Early history. American Airways was developed from a conglomeration of 82 small airlines through acquisitions in 1930 and reorganizations. Initially, American Airways was a common brand by a number of independent carriers. These included Southern Air Transport in Texas, Southern Air Fast Express in the western United States, Universal Aviation in the Midwest, Thompson Aeronautical Services, and Colonial Air Transport in the Northeast. Like many early carriers, American earned its keep carrying U.S. mail. By 1933 American Airways operated a transcontinental route network serving 72 cities, mostly in the northeastern, midwestern, and southwestern United States. In 1934 American Airways Company was acquired by E.L. Cord, who renamed it American Airlines. Cord hired Texas businessman C.R. Smith to run the company. Smith worked with Donald Douglas to develop the DC-3, which American Airlines was first to fly, in 1936. American's DC-3 made it the first airline to be able to operate a route that could earn a profit solely by transporting passengers. Other carriers could not earn a profit without U.S. mail. With the DC-3, American began calling its aircraft flagships, and establishing the Admirals Club for valued passengers. The DC-3s had a 4-star Admiral's pennant outside the cockpit window while the aircraft was parked. American operated daily overnight transcontinental service between New York and Los Angeles through Dallas-Fort Worth and other intermediate stops, advertising the service as an all-year southern route. American Airlines was the first to cooperate with Fiorello LaGuardia to build an airport in New York City, and became owner of the world's first airline lounge at the new LaGuardia Airport, known as the Admirals Club. Membership was initially by invitation only, but a discrimination suit decades later changed the club into a paid club. Post-war. After World War II American acquired American Export Airlines, renaming it as American Overseas Airways, to serve Europe. AOA was sold to Pan Am in 1950. AA launched another subsidiary, LANES or Copyright Res Americanas de Mexico S.A., to fly to Mexico and build several airports there. American Airlines provided advertising and free usage of its aircraft in the 1951 film Three Guys Named Mike. until Capital merged into United in 1961. AA was the largest American airline, which meant second largest in the world, after Aeroflot. In August 1940, Americans scheduled flights to 44 airports. In August 1953 to 66, in April 1968 to 47, and in November 1978 to 68. American Airlines ordered British-built de Havilland Comets. The orders were cancelled when the Comets were found to suffer serious metal fatigue. American Airlines introduced transcontinental Boeing 707s on January 25, 1959, and invested $440 a million in jet aircraft up to 1962. Launched the first electronic booking system, Sabre, with IBM. And built a terminal at Oneworld Airport in New York City, which became the airline's largest base. Vignelli Associates designed the AA Eagle logo in 1967. Vignelli attributes the introduction of his firm to American Airlines to Henry Dreyfuss, the legendary AA design consultant. The logo was in use until January 17, 2013. In 1970, American Airlines had flights from St. Louis, Chicago, and New York to Honolulu and on to Sydney and Auckland via American Samoa and Nodi, Fiji. In 1971, American acquired Trans-Caribbean Airways. On March 30, 1973, American became the first major airline to employ a female pilot when Bonnie Tibizier was hired to fly Boeing 727s. American Airlines has been innovative in other aspects, initiating several of the industry's major competitive developments, including computer reservation systems, frequent flyer loyalty programs, and two-tier wage scales. American operated a cargo operation called American Freighter until 1984, using cargo-only Boeing 707 and Boeing 747 aircraft that had previously been used in passenger service. 1980s–1990s. After moving its headquarters to Fort Worth, Texas from New York City in 1979, American Airlines changed to a hub-and-spoke system in 1981. Opening its first hub at Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport. American opened a second hub in the new Terminal 3 at Chicago O'Hare in 1982, and began transatlantic service between Dallas and London in May 1982. Led by its new chairman and CEO, Robert Crandall, American expanded its service from these hubs through the 1980s, adding service to other European destinations as well as Japan. In the late 1980s, American Airlines opened 3 hubs for north-south traffic. San Jose International Airport was added after American purchased AirCal. American built a terminal and runway at Raleigh-Durham International Airport for the growing Research Triangle Park nearby, and to compete with USA's hub in Charlotte Douglas International Airport. Nashville International Airport was also added as a hub. American also planned a north-south hub at Stapleton International Airport in Denver during the mid-1980s, but postponed those plans due to the planned development of Denver International Airport. In 1990, American Airlines bought the assets of TWA's operations at London Heathrow for $445 a million. Until Open Skies came into effect in April 2008. American Airlines and United Airlines were the only U.S. carriers permitted to serve Heathrow. Lower fuel prices and a favorable business climate led to higher profits in the 1990s. The industry's expansion was not lost on pilots who on February 17, 1997 went on strike for higher wages. President Bill Clinton invoked the Railway Labor Act citing economic impact to the United States, quashing the strike. Pilots settled for wages lower than their demands. The 3 new hubs were abandoned in the 1990s, some San Jose facilities were sold to Reno Air, and at Raleigh-Durham to Midway Airlines. Midway went out of business in 2001. American Airlines purchased Reno Air in February 1999 and integrated its operations on August 31, 1999, but did not resume hub operations in San Jose. American discontinued most of Reno Air's routes, and sold most of the Reno Air aircraft, as it did with Air California 12 years earlier. The only remaining route from the Air California and Reno Air purchases is from San Francisco to Los Angeles. During this time, concern over airline bankruptcies and falling stock prices brought a warning from American CEO Robert Crandall. "I've never invested in any airline," Crandall said. "I'm an airline manager. I don't invest in airlines. And I always said to the employees of American, this is not an appropriate investment. It's a great place to work and it's a great company that does important work. But airlines are not an investment." Crandall noted that since airline deregulation of the 1970s, 150 airlines had gone out of business. "A lot of people came into the airline business. Most of them promptly exited, minus their money," he said. Miami International Airport became a hub after American Airlines bought Central and South American routes from Eastern Airlines in 1990. Through the 1990s, American Airlines expanded its network in Latin America to become the dominant U.S. carrier in the region. On October 15, 1998, American Airlines became the first airline to offer electronic ticketing in the 44 countries it serves. In 1999, American Airlines, British Airways, Cathay Pacific, Canadian Airlines, and Qantas founded the global airline alliance Oneworld. 2000s, Robert Crandall left in 1998 and was replaced by Donald J. Carty, who negotiated the purchase of the near-bankrupt Trans World Airlines and its hub in St. Louis in April 2001. American Airlines began losing money in the economic downturn that followed the September 11, 2001 attacks, in which 2 of its planes were destroyed. Carty negotiated wage and benefit agreements with the unions but resigned after union leaders discovered he was planning to award executive compensation packages at the same time. This undermined AA's attempts to increase trust with its workforce and to increase its productivity. The St. Louis hub was downsized, AA rolled back its More Room Throughout coach program, ended 3-class service on many international flights, and standardized its fleet at each hub. However, the airline also expanded into new markets, including Ireland, India, and mainland China. On July 20, 2005, American announced a quarterly profit for the first time in 17 quarters. The airline earned $58 a million in the second quarter of 2005. AA was a strong backer of the Wright Amendment, which regulated commercial airline operations at Love Field in Dallas. On June 15, 2006, American agreed with SkyWest Airlines and the cities of Dallas and Fort Worth to seek repeal of the Wright Amendment on condition that Love Field remained a domestic airport and its gate capacity be limited. The 2008 financial crisis again placed strain on the airline. On July 2, 2008, American announced furloughs of up to 950 flight attendants, via Texas Worker Adjustment and Retraining Notification Act system, in addition to the furlough of 20 MD-80 aircraft. American's hub at Luzhnua ± Osmarin International Airport in San Juan, Puerto Rico was truncated from 38 to 18 daily inbound flights. All Airbus A300 jets were retired by the end of August 2009 and are stored in Roswell, New Mexico. American also closed its Kansas City overhaul base, inherited from TWA. On August 13, 2008, the Kansas City Star reported that American would move some overhaul work from the base, with repairs on Boeing 757s moved to Tulsa, Oklahoma along with 1 or 2 Boeing 767 repair lines. The city's aviation department offered to upgrade repair facilities on condition that the airline maintain at least 700 jobs. On October 28, 2009, American notified its employees that it would close the Kansas City base in September 2010, and would also close or make cutbacks at 5 smaller maintenance stations, resulting in the loss of up to 700 jobs. American closed its maintenance base at Kansas City on September 24, 2010. American had repeated run-ins with the FAA regarding maintenance of its MD-80 fleet, cancelling 1,000 flights to inspect wire bundles over 3 days in April 2008 to make sure they complied with government safety regulations. In September 2009, the Associated Press and The Wall Street Journal reported that American was accused of hiding repeated maintenance lapses on at least 16 MD-80s from the FAA. Repair issues included such items as faulty emergency slides, improper engine coatings, incorrectly drilled holes, and other examples of shoddy workmanship. The most serious alleged lapse is a failure to repair cracked pressure bulkheads. The rupture of a bulkhead could lead to cabin depressurization. It is also alleged that the airline retired one airplane in order to hide it from FAA inspectors. American began the process of replacing its older MD-80 jets with Boeing 737s and Airbus A319s and A321s. American was a key player in the 2009 to 2011 restructuring of Japan Airlines. In September 2009, AMR Corporation announced that it was looking into buying part of the financially struggling JAL, while rival Delta Airlines was also looking into investing in the troubled airline along with its SkyTeam partner Air France-KLM. Japan Airlines called off negotiations of the possible deal with all airlines on October 5, 2009. Delta, with help from TPG, made a bid of $1 billion in November 2009 for JAL to partner with them. 2 days later, reports came from Japan that AA and TPG had teamed up and made a $1.5 billion cash offer to JAL. In February 2010, JAL officially announced that it would strengthen its relationship with American Airlines and Oneworld. This led to an enhanced joint venture between American and JAL beginning April 1, 2011. 2010s. In early July 2010, it was reported that American Airlines was trying to find buyers for its regional airline American Eagle. The move followed Delta Airlines and its spin-off of its wholly owned regional airlines Qantas Airlines and Mesaba Airlines. American began a joint venture with British Airways and Iberia Airlines in October 2010, which included frequent flyer reciprocity. The U.S. DOT granted AA preliminary antitrust immunity for the venture in February 2010, and the partnership was officially approved by the U.S. DOT on July 20, 2010. American also announced an interlining partnership with JetBlue Airways in March 2010, which covered 27 JetBlue destinations not served by American and 13 American international destinations from New York and Boston. American gave JetBlue 8 slot pairs at Ronald Reagan Washington National Airport and 1 slot pair at Westchester County Airport, in return for which JetBlue gave American 12 slot pairs at JFK Airport. Effective November 18, 2010, the two airlines would give travelers miles in either airline's frequent flyer program when flying on a qualifying route, regardless of whether the travels include an international connection. American expanded its service to Asia. It was one of the initial U.S. bidders in February 2010 to serve Tokyo's Haneda Airport, and was awarded rights to serve Haneda from New York JFK. American planned to begin JFK Haneda service in January 2011, but postponed the service until February 2011 citing low booking demand, ultimately terminating its JFK Narita service in favor of JFK Haneda service in June 2012. American also began service between Los Angeles and Shanghai in 2011 and between Dallas-Fort Worth and Seoul in 2013, and announced the launch of service from Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport to both Shanghai and Hong Kong in the summer of 2014, providing the first-ever non-stop service between Dallas-Fort Worth and China. Since late 2010, American Airlines has been involved in a dispute with two online ticketing agencies, Expedia and Orbitz. This relates to American's Direct Connect fare booking system for large travel agents, which Expedia claimed might raise costs and was less transparent for passengers. The Direct Connect allows American to exert more control over its distribution, save costs, and better sell ancillary services to its customers. In December 2010, American pulled its price listings from Orbitz, and on January 1, 2011, Expedia removed American Airlines fares from its site. American placed the largest aircraft order in history in July 2011, purchasing 460 next-generation Boeing 737 and Airbus A320 aircraft for delivery between 2013 and 2022. These aircraft were designated to replace American's short and medium-haul fleet of 757-200, 767-200, and MD-80 aircraft, eventually consolidating the fleet around 4 aircraft families. Bankruptcy. AMR Corporation filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy protection on November 29, 2011, and American announced capacity cuts in July 2012 due to the grounding of several aircraft associated with its bankruptcy and lack of pilots due to retirements. American's regional airline, American Eagle, was to retire 35 to 40 regional jet as well as its Saab turboprop fleet. American ceased its service to Delhi, India in March 2012. By summer 2012, American was considering merging with another airline as part of its restructuring plan. AMR was reportedly considering merger proposals involving US Airways, JetBlue, Alaska Airlines, Frontier Airlines, and Virgin America. In a July 12 court filing, US Airways said it supported an American Airlines request to extend a period during which only American could file a bankruptcy reorganization plan. In the filing, US Airways disclosed that it was an American Airlines creditor and prospective merger partner. On August 31, 2012, US Airways CEO Doug Parker announced that American Airlines and US Airways had signed a non-disclosure agreement, in which the airlines would discuss their financials and a possible merger. American notified more than 11,000 workers of possible job loss as part of its bankruptcy reorganization, and cut flights by 1 to 2% in September and October 2012. In October, the airline announced plans to hire 2,500 pilots over 2 years to staff new international and domestic routes, with about 1,500 of the new hires replacing retiring pilots or jobs that open up due to attrition. The Allied Pilots Association, representing pilots of American Airlines, voted in December 2012 to ratify a tentative agreement between the company and the union. In January 2013, American introduced a new logo, livery, and brand image, unveiling the livery on its first Boeing 777-300 aircraft, which went into service later that month. Merger with US Airways. On February 14, 2013, AMR Corporation and US Airways Group officially announced that the two companies would merge to form the largest airline in the world, with bondholders of American Airlines parent AMR owning 72% of the new company and US Airways shareholders owning the remaining 28%. The combined airline would carry the American Airlines name and branding, while US Airways management team, including CEO Doug Parker, would retain most operational management positions, and the headquarters would be consolidated at American's current headquarters in Fort Worth, Texas. The merger would create the world's largest airline, which, along with United Airlines and Delta Airlines, would control 3/4 of the U.S. market. Bankruptcy judge Sean Lane approved the merger in March while refusing to approve American CEO Tom Horton's $20 million golden parachute as being inappropriate. The United States Department of Justice, along with attorneys general from 6 states and the District of Columbia, filed a lawsuit in August 2013 seeking to block the merger, arguing that it would mean less competition and higher prices. Both American Airlines and US Airways said that they would fight the lawsuit and continue with their merger after regulatory approval. On November 12, the airlines reached a settlement with the U.S. Justice Department and several state attorneys general to settle the lawsuit and allow the merger to be finalized. An antitrust suit, filed by a group of 40 passengers and travel agents, also sought to block the merger. However, American's bankruptcy court judge refused to enjoin the two airlines from merging, saying that the group did not demonstrate that the merger would irreparably harm them. The plaintiff's lawyer appealed and was turned down at the U.S. District Court level and was further rebuffed at the Supreme Court after Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg denied a stay request filed by him. Corporate Affairs, Headquarters. American Airlines is headquartered in Fort Worth, Texas, adjacent to the Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport. Their headquarters is located in 2 office buildings in the Centerport office complex, and these buildings together have about 1,400,000 square feet of space. As of 2014, over 4,300 employees work at this complex. Before it was headquartered in Texas, American Airlines was headquartered at 633 3rd Avenue in the Murray Hill area of Midtown Manhattan, New York City. In 1978, American announced that it would move its headquarters to a site at Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport in 1979. The move affected up to 1,300 jobs. Mayor of New York City Ed Koch described this move as a betrayal of New York City. American moved to 2 leased office buildings in Grand Prairie, Texas. The airline finished moving into a $150 a million, 550,000 square foot facility in Fort Worth on January 17, 1983. $147 a million in Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport bonds financed the headquarters. The airline began leasing the facility from the airport, which owns the facility. U.S. federal government subsidies. As of November 2013, American Airlines and American Eagle received $10,011,836 in annual federal subsidies for essential air services. Labor unions. The Allied Pilots Association is an in-house union which represents the 12,000 American Airlines pilots. It was created in 1963 after the pilots left the Airline Pilots Association. American Eagle pilots are ALPA members. The Association of Professional Flight Attendants is an in-house union which represents American Airlines flight attendants, while the Association of Flight Attendants represents American Eagle flight attendants. The Transport Workers Union represents many American Airlines and American Eagle ground staff, including fleet service clerks, dispatchers, ground school instructors, technicians, mechanics, and stores personnel. American's passenger service employees are not unionized, but there have been efforts to bring them under Communications Workers of America representation, most recently in a National Mediation Board authorized election in January 2013 in which the employees voted to remain independent. ALPA, AFA, and TWU were affiliated with AFL-CIO, while APA and APFA are not. Environmental record. Violations occurring over a 4.5-year period from October 1993 to July 1998 targeted American Airlines for using high-sulfur fuel in motor vehicles at 10 major airports around the country. Under the Federal Clean Air Act, high-sulfur fuel cannot be used in motor vehicles. American Airlines promptly identified and corrected these violations of the Clean Air Act. American Airlines wastewater treatment plant recycles water used at the base to wash aircraft, process rinse water tanks, and irrigate landscape. That alone has saved almost $1 a million since 2002. In addition to that, American Airlines has also won the award for the reduction of hazardous waste that saved them $229,000 after a $2,000 investment. A barcode system is used to track hazardous waste. It has led to reduction of waste by 50% since 2000. American Airlines Vacations. The division was initially founded over 25 years ago under the name Flyaway Vacations. The name was eventually changed to AAV Tours. Today it operates as American Airlines Vacations, offering vacations in the Caribbean, Mexico, Hawaii, Europe, Canada, the United States, Latin America, and Asia. American Airlines Vacations is the only travel company that allows payment with AAdvantage miles. The current president of American Airlines Vacations is Richard Leeson. Corporate identity, logo. In 1967, Massimo Vignelli designed the famous AA logo. 30 years later, in 1997, American Airlines was able to make its logo internet compatible by buying the domain AA.com. AA is also American's two-letter IATA airline designator. In January 2013, American launched a new rebranding and marketing campaign with future brand dubbed, A New American. This included a new logo replacing the classic 1967 logo. American Airlines calls the new logo the flight symbol, incorporating the eagle, star, and A of the classic logo. Livery. American's early liveries varied widely, but a common livery was adopted in the 1930s, featuring an eagle painted on the fuselage. The eagle became a symbol of the company and inspired the name of American Eagle Airlines. Propeller aircraft featured an international orange lightning bolt running down the length of the fuselage, which was replaced by a simpler orange stripe with the introduction of jets. In the late 1960s, American commissioned designer Massimo Vignelli to develop a new livery. The original design called for a red, white, and blue stripe on the fuselage, and a simple AA logo, without an eagle, on the tail. Instead, Vignelli created a highly stylized eagle, which remained the company's logo until 2013. In 1999, American painted a new Boeing 757 in its 1959 International Orange livery. One Boeing 777 and one Boeing 757 were painted in standard livery with a pink ribbon on the sides and on the tail, in support for the Susan G. Komen for the Cure. One Boeing 757 is painted with a gold ribbon in the tail fin on the aircraft, and on the side of the body says Flagship Independence. American Eagle, the airline's regional airline, has the same special livery on ERJ-145 aircraft. On January 17, 2013, American announced that it was changing its plane's livery. Before then, American had been the only major U.S. airline to leave most of his aircraft surfaces unpainted. This was because C.R. Smith hated painted aircraft, and refused to use any liveries that involved painting the entire plane. Robert Bob Crandall later justified the distinctive natural metal finish by noting that less paint reduced the aircraft's weight, thus saving on fuel costs. In January 2013, American launched a new rebranding and marketing campaign dubbed A New American. In addition to a new logo, American Airlines introduced a new livery for all aircraft in the fleet. The airline calls the new livery and branding a clean and modern update. The current design features an abstract American flag on the tail, along with a silver-painted fuselage, as a throwback to the old livery. The new design was painted by Leading Edge Aviation Services in California. Doug Parker, the incoming CEO, indicated that the new livery could be short-lived, stating that maybe we need to do something slightly different than that. The only reason this is an issue now is because they just did it right in the middle, which kind of makes it confusing, so that gives us an opportunity, actually, to decide if we are going to do something different because we have so many airplanes to paint. On December 16, 2013, Doug Parker, CEO of American Airlines Group, announced that TWA heritage aircraft will be added in the future. We will continue that tradition at American, including introducing a TWA aircraft in the future and keeping a U.S. Airways livery aircraft. That also means we will keep a heritage American livery in the fleet. Slogans, current or U.S. merger. The new American is arriving. 2011-13, Be Yourself. Non-stop. 2013, We Know Why You Fly. Or TWA merger. 2 great airlines, 1 great future. 2001, We're an airline that is proud to bear the name, American. 1998, early 2000s, New York's bridge to the world, earlier mid-1990s, We Mean Business in Chicago. 1988, mid-1990s, Based Here. Best Here. 1988, The On-Time Machine. Late 1980s, No other airline gives you more of America than American. 1984, 2000, Something Special in the Air. 1982, late 1980s, An American, Tenemos Locate Our Buskers. March 17, 1975, 1984, We're American Airlines. Doing what we do best. 1971, 1975, Our passengers get the best of everything. 1969, 1971, It's good to know you're on American Airlines. 1967, 1969, Fly the American Way. 1964, 1967, American built an airline for professional travelers. 1950s, 1964, America's leading airline. Fleet. As of April 2014, the American Airlines fleet consists of 627 aircraft. American Airlines fleet has an average age of 14.7 years. After retiring its last Airbus A300 aircraft in 2009, American Airlines operated an all-Boeing fleet, until the first Airbus A319 aircraft entered the fleet in July 2013. On July 20, 2011, American Airlines ordered 360 and took options for 465 aircraft from Airbus and Boeing, with the intention of replacing its MD-80, 757 Euro 200 and 767-200 aircraft. According to American Airlines, this is the largest purchase of aircraft in aviation history. On-board service and cabin. On domestic flights and flights to Canada, Central America, and areas in the Caribbean, American Airlines offers a buy-on-board program offering sandwiches and snacks for purchase. Flights 2 hours or longer have snacks, and flights 3 hours or longer have sandwiches. Transcontinental flights and Hawaii flights have the premium sandwich and chip combo for purchase. Buy-on-board service to Central America and the Dominican Republic began on March 1, 2009. American will continue to offer free coach meals on flights to Europe, Haiti, Asia, and select South American destinations. In first and business classes, on all domestic flights of 2 hours or more that operate within a traditional mealtime, full meal service is included. Flights with a duration longer than 2.5 hours that do not fall within a mealtime have snack service for those classes. First class and business class passengers receive alcoholic beverages for free. Non-alcoholic beverages are free for all classes. Alcoholic drinks are available for purchase on all domestic flights and coach. Beer and wine are now free on long-haul international flights to Europe and Asia and certain flights to South America. Headsets cost $5 on domestic flights and are free on flights to from Europe, Asia, India, and South America. Headsets are also free to passengers in first and business classes. Cabin, Flagship Suite First Class. The Flagship Suite service is currently available on all B777-300ER and B777-200ER aircraft, but first class is being phased out on the B777-200ER fleet in 2014. B777-200ER aircraft currently feature the Flagship Suite in first class. All seats in this cabin swivel 90 degrees in the direction opposite of the aisle to an extensible working desk, as well as 30 degrees for use of a large folding dining table or to be made into a 6-foot-6-inch flatbed. 16 seats are provided in a 1-2-1 configuration, 92-inch seat pitch is provided along with a large amount of seat width. Electric controls can convert the seat into a 6-foot-6-inch fully flatbed. The armrest can be lowered if desired. Amenities include a battery-powered Bose noise-cancelling headset, newspapers, amenity kit, pajamas, slippers, premium pillow, mattress pad, duvet, light blanket, and a menu. The ottoman can be used as a seat for a companion and one can dine with him/her if you desire. For seats that are situated between the two aisles, a privacy screen can be adjusted if needed to provide tranquility and the uttermost comfort. Passengers have access to the Flagship check-in, the Flagship Lounge and the Arrivals Lounge at London Heathrow if they arrive between 5 a.m. and 2 p.m. local time. The B777-300ER sports a newer version of the Flagship Suite, retaining many of the older 777-200ER benefits but adding 3-prong-powered Bose noise reduction headsets, a much larger IFE/AVOD touchscreen, 110 VAC and USB power connections, in a first cabin with 8 seats, satellite Wi-Fi and 2 dedicated lavatories plus galley with microwave and cappuccino machine. B767-200 aircraft features the first Flagship first class, primarily flying between New York's John F. Kennedy and Los Angeles and San Francisco. Seats provide 62-inch seat pitch and 19-inch seat width. Seats have electric controls which can be used to recline the seat into an angled flat bed. Seats are arranged in a 2-1-2 configuration. Seats are made with blue cloth and blue leather and are equipped with electronically operated leg rests, footrests, DC power ports. Amenities include noise-cancelling headset, premium pillow, duvet, portable video player, and a menu. These seats are being phased out for the new transcontinental fleet of A321 aircraft where the new international business class product will be featured as first class. Also, passengers receive access to the Admirals Club and the Flagship Lounge at JFK and LAX. Domestic first class. Domestic first class has a seat pitch of 39 to 40 inches. On B767-300 aircraft, business class seats are sold as domestic first class. These seats are angle flat seats. Premium cabin duvet, power ports, and Bose headsets are provided on wide-body aircraft. Business class is offered on all 777 and 767 aircraft and select 757 aircraft. 767-200 AFS aircraft features American's old business class product, but this will be phased out soon. These seats offer 50-inch seat pitch, 50-degree recline, leg rests, footrests, and personal power ports. Menus, video players, noise-cancelling headphones, a premium duvet, and pillow are offered. On flights other than JFK LAX and JFK SFO, this is sold as two-class, with some seated in first-class seats. On those flights, elites in economy may reserve these seats, but receive economy-style service. The 757 International, 767-300, and 777-200 feature the angled flat business class product. Electric controls provide many positions as well as individual part controls. Seats offer 58 to 60-inch seat pitch and the seats can recline up to 171 degrees to form an angled flat bed. Amenity kits, menus, noise-cancelling headphones, a premium pillow, and duvet are offered on longer flights. On 757 and 777-200 aircraft, built-in 10-inch entertainment screens are offered. The 767-300 aircraft feature portable entertainment devices. Seats will be phased out on 777 aircraft to make way for the fully flat seats. The 777-300ER aircraft feature fully flat business class seats in a 1-2-1 configuration. These seats are similar to Cathay Pacific's long-haul business class seat. More seat pitch, better seat width and a recline of a full 180 degrees is offered. Better amenities are offered, along with a 15.4-inch screen with a wider selection of entertainment. Business class passengers receive access to the walk-up bar and better cabin presentation makes this a product to be embraced and understood as a true business class product. All business class passengers on transcontinental and international flights receive access to the Admirals Club and the Arrivals Lounge when flying into London Heathrow. Economy class seats have a seat pitch of 31 inches, with newer aircraft having thinner seats that have a 30 to 32-inch pitch, and a recline of 4 inches, 6 inches on 777s. Seat widths range from 17 to 18 inches. Economy seats are in a 2-5-2 configuration on 777-200 aircraft and are in a high-density 3-4-3 configuration on 777-300ER. The 3-4-3 configuration will be added to all retrofitted 777-200 aircraft. Main Cabin Extra is AA's premium economy product that was introduced in fall 2012. It is available on American's mainline fleet, as well as American Eagle flights using either E-175 or CRJ-900 aircraft, and it is currently being added to Boeing 777-200s. The seats are in the front rows of economy, and exit rows, and have an extra 4 to 6 of pitch, for a total pitch of 35 in case an A319 and E175 due to a 30 inches economy pitch on those planes. Main Cabin Extra also offers early boarding, 2 inches more recline, and on 777s a wider seat due to the less dense configuration on those planes. This seat option is currently free to both Oneworld and Advantage elites and passengers with a full-fare coach ticket. A recent interview confirmed that American is planning on adding Main Cabin Extra seats to the ex-US Airways fleet. Advantage is the frequent flyer program of American Airlines. Launched May 1, 1981, it was the second such loyalty program in the world, and remains the largest with more than 67 million members as of October 2011. Miles accumulated in the program allow members to redeem tickets, upgrade service class, or obtain free or discounted car rentals, hotel stays, merchandise, or other products and services through partners. The most active members, based on the amount and price of travel booked, are designated Advantage Gold, Advantage Platinum, and Advantage Executive Platinum Elite members, with privileges such as separate check-in, priority upgrade and standby processing, or free upgrades. They also receive similar privileges from AA's partner airlines, particularly those in Oneworld. Advantage co-branded credit cards are also available and offer other benefits. These cards are issued by Citicards, subsidiary of Citigroup in the United States and MBNA in the United Kingdom. Destinations. American Airlines serves 4 continents, trailing Delta Airlines and United Airlines, which both serve 6. Hubs at Dallas, Fort Worth and Miami serve as gateways to the Americas, while American's Chicago hub has become the airline's primary gateway to Europe and Asia. New York Kennedy is a primary gateway for both the Americas and Europe, while the Los Angeles hub is the primary gateway to Asia. Lambert St. Louis International Airport served as a regional hub for several years. However, the airline's 2009 restructuring led to the airport being removed as a focus city on April 5, 2010. In the U.S., American serves the third largest number of international destinations, after United Airlines and Delta Airlines. American is the only U.S. airline with scheduled flights to Bolivia, Finland, Paraguay, and Uruguay. Partnerships and code-share agreements. American Airlines has code-share or partnership agreements with Oneworld members. In addition to Oneworld members, American Airlines has code-share agreements with the following airlines. In particular, American has joint ventures with British Airways, Iberia, and Finnair on transatlantic routes and with Japan Airlines and Qantas on transpacific routes. American also operated interchange flight services in conjunction with Alaska Airlines during the 1970s between Texas and Alaska during the construction of the Trans-Alaska Oil Pipeline. This interchange agreement allowed for single, no change of aircraft service between Houston, Texas and Dallas-Fort Worth, Texas, and Anchorage, Alaska and Fairbanks, Alaska. The round-trip routing of this interchange flight was Houston-Dallas-Fort Worth-Seattle-Anchorage-Fairbanks, with Seattle, Washington serving as the interchange point where flight and cabin crews were changed from one airline to the other. Boeing 727-200 jetliners provided by both American and Alaska Airlines were utilized to provide this interchange service. Lounges, Admirals Club. The Admirals Club was conceived by AA President C.R. Smith as a marketing promotion shortly after he was made an honorary Texas Ranger. Inspired by the Kentucky Colonels and other honorary organizations, Smith decided to make particularly valued passengers admirals of the flagship fleet. The list of admirals included many celebrities, politicians, and other VIPs, as well as more ordinary customers who had been particularly loyal to the airline. There was no physical Admirals Club until shortly after the opening of LaGuardia Airport. During the airport's construction, New York Mayor Fiorello LaGuardia had an upper-level lounge set aside for press conferences and business meetings. At one such press conference, he noted that the entire terminal was being offered for lease to airline tenants. After a reporter asked whether the lounge would be leased as well, LaGuardia replied that it would, and a vice president of AA immediately offered to lease the premises. The airline then procured a liquor license and began operating the lounge as the Admirals Club in 1939. The second Admirals Club opened at Washington National Airport. Because it was illegal to sell alcohol in Virginia at the time, the club contained refrigerators for the use of its members, so they could store their own liquor at the airport. For many years, membership in the Admirals Club was by the airline's invitation. After a passenger sued for discrimination, the club switched to a paid membership program. Membership now costs $350 to $450 per year, depending on Advantage frequent flyer program level, with an additional of $50 initiation fee in the first year. Membership can also be purchased with Advantage miles. As of December 2010, passengers can buy a 24-hour pass for $50. Until March 24, 2014, American Express Platinum Card members receive access to the Admirals Club as a benefit of their membership. As part of the airline's merger with U.S. Airways, members of the U.S. Airways Club have complimentary access to the Admirals Club. Flagship Lounge. Though affiliated with the Admirals Club and staffed by many of the same employees, the Flagship Lounge is a separate lounge specifically designed for customers flying in first class on transcontinental domestic flights and international flights, as well as Advantage Executive Platinum and Oneworld Emerald frequent flyers. The added amenities of the Flagship Lounges compared to the normal Admirals Club include free premium alcoholic beverages, free buffet snacks including breakfast items, salads, sandwiches, fruits, chocolates, cheeses, and other light fare, and a less crowded, more comfortable lounge space. Additionally, complimentary computer terminals with free internet access, complimentary wireless internet access, and complimentary printing are available at most locations, as are shower facilities. The first Flagship Lounge was opened at Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport as a courtesy to first-class customers preparing for long flights to London and Tokyo. While the Dallas Lounge is no longer open, Flagship Lounges are now available at 4 airports: Chicago O'Hare, London Heathrow, Los Angeles, and New York JFK. American also previously offered a Flagship Lounge in Miami from 2000 to 2002, and again from 2009. Accidents and incidents. In popular culture, in the 1960s, Mattel released a series of American Airlines stewardess Barbie dolls. In 2013, American Airlines collaborated with Disney to promote planes by featuring a cameo appearance of a passenger airliner named Trip, with the new American Airlines livery to promote its new image. See also: Air transportation in the United States, List of airlines of the United States, List of airports in the United States, references. Further reading. External links, official website, American Airlines' social links to official Facebook, Google+, and Twitter. Official American Airlines Vacations website, American Way in Flight magazine. Timetobleimages.com has many timetables from the 1930s until 1967, showing where American flew, how often, how long it took and how much it cost.